In today's video, I'm going to show you how to align your activities with your standards. Be sure you watch this video all the way to the end, where I will share with you a free digital math game that is aligned to the standards. Well, hey there, I'm Sarah from Simply STEAM. I am a former teacher turned teacher author, and I was also a coach to the only K-2 STEM team in the state of North Carolina. Okay, have you ever read a standard just from like Common Core or whatever standard that your state uses and just felt overwhelmed because it was so bulky, there were so many different parts to it, and it's just too much? Hit that like button if you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can remember my first year teaching when I saw the Common Core standards and I thought, what the heck does all of this mean? It was just too much. So I had to learn quickly how to break apart these standards so that I could create activities that aligned with our standards. Then we changed standards again. How fun! So then I had to do the same thing. Fortunately, because I knew how to do this, I was able to adapt to the new standards. Therefore, I want to show this to you. I want to share this information with you so that way, if your standards change, you will be prepared to make adjustments and get your stuff aligned with your standards. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is write down the standard that you're focusing on. Now, you don't need to do this for every standard, but I highly recommend it for your reading and for your math standards. Write the standard down. Then the second thing you need to do is you need to go through that, read through it, and highlight all of your verbs. Once you're done highlighting your verbs, you are going to take a different colored highlighter and highlight all your nouns. Now, as you can see in this first grade operations algebraic thinking, I have highlighted all of my verbs yellow and all of the nouns green. So the next step is to create a T-chart, and from here I'm going to organize with a verb column and a noun column in my T-chart. You'll see in most standards that there are more nouns than there are verbs. What you're going to do now is you're going to create simple sentences using the verb and one noun for each thing. So in this case, it says solve word problems, solve addition, solve addition whole number sums to 20. Use objects. Use drawings. Use equations. Represent problems. Represent with a symbol for the unknown. So in just looking at this standard, I already see 5 skill sets. The first skill is to solve addition problems within 20. The second one is to solve addition problems within 20 using drawings. The third one is to solve addition problems within 20 using objects. The fourth one is to solve addition problems within 20 using equations. And then the last one is to represent that problem using a symbol for the unknown. Okay, so now that you have those 5 skill sets for this particular standard, now you can create a rubric. And this is so easy to do. Basically, you are going to have a column for each skill set that I just told you. I like to divide my columns up by the low grade level, at risk, progressing, and on grade level. Since I'm not measuring to see if the student is above grade level, I did not include that on my rubric, but you are most certainly welcome to do that if you test for above grade level. Now, as you go through your rubric, I want you to think about using it doing a skill set consistently, doing it some and rarely doing it, and then never doing it. And that's kind of how I organize my rubric. And then using my rubric, that's how I create my activities, because I want to see if my kids are able to do that particular skill. And so if my students are unable to perform in a particular area, let's say it's just solving the problem using pictures, then I know that I have to go back and I'm either going to pull a small group if it is a small amount of students, or I'm going to do it as a whole group if it's a whole class who is really struggling with that part of the standard. Now, what's really helpful about this is because you have broken apart your standard and you have created your rubric, you're able to create mini lessons based upon the data that you've collected from that specific standard. Now you know that no matter what the state throws at you, your kids are going to be able to perform and do those things because you have used the standard and you've aligned your instruction to the standard. So I just shared with you how to align your instruction to standards. Now, I want to share with you this free digital math game, and I use the same method for breaking apart this standard to create this math game. You will see that it has the same verbiage as the standard does in this math game. So be sure to click on that link in the description below to claim your free math game. Well, thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope that it is helpful to you and that you were able to break apart your standards and align your instruction so you can be the rock star teacher that you are. Don't forget to click that link in the description, and I will see you next week.